Hello everyone, welcome to my studio and to Monday live streaming. I'm happy that you are here, and I'm living in Montreal in Canada, and today we have a 10 degrees negative, so that's pretty cold and a lot of snow, and that's why today I want to invite you to the ocean. I can tell you more. It's good things. What we can use the art to be in the places where we're dreaming to be. But today we're going to make the portrait young lady on the ocean, and I will explain a few things about the color mixing. For people who want to join the physical workshops, then we will talk a lot of more things. The first two workshops about the people, the portraits, will be one in United States, in New York State. The second one will be in Europe. All the information you will find in the description after the video. So if you have a chance to join me in United States or in Europe, welcome. And you have to know we will talk about a lot of things, and it will be a lot of information. It's always more informative compared to the live broadcasting for sure, and plus personal connection, very important thing. So I will show you our reference photo. Here is it, a beautiful young lady with a very soft and nice colors. And I don't want to there is no time to explain all the ideas about color mixing, but I can tell you which colors I'm going to use for that. I need for the whole the picture, except the darker hair, just 5 colors. For the skin, it will be Quinacridone Deep Gold, Alizarin Crimson, Quinacridone Sienna, Perylene Violet. That's it. That, guys, is enough. Plus, I use Phthalo blue color, a green shade, and a little bit indigo for the darker points. So, total 6 colors. Again, indigo, not for mixing, just for the darker accents, and for sure all the colors from the Daniel Smith. And I use the Baohong Masters Choice paper, which make all the colors very bright, and it's like very colorful. Seriously, the paper little bit change my paintings. Normally it's okay, because the paper, pigments, water always in relationship and going inside each other. That's why different materials make a different result. And I'm really happy about the Baohong paper, because the colors starting to be much brighter than it was before. At once we will talk about that. And as usual, during all live video, you can ask me any questions. Just type it in the chat. I have a technical support. I can hear your questions, and because of that we can talk, and I'm really like to do that. So any questions about everything, feel free to stop me anytime. All right, so let's go. You see our reference. I keep it on the screen. It's right there, and that's the sketch. My paper wet on the back because I want to make the really soft gradients. And let's start. Just to know my palette, there are 3 colors, 4 colors we will use. This is the Quinacridone Deep Gold, Queen Sienna, Alizarin Crimson, and Perylene Violet. Here is Indigo and Phthalo blue color. So that's the line what we will use today. Hello Florida. Hello friends. Welcome to join me today. That combination between deep gold and crimson make a really soft, sweet color, perfect for the young skin. Hello Ukraine. Hello Sweden, welcome to join me. And you see, I will paint for now all the space I just leave the few highlights only. So as you can see, for now I just play with the different colors, make gradients, but I paint everywhere, and that's easy part of the job. Hello Spain! And you know, the Baohong paper hold the water for the long time, that's why I can cover that, and after that back to this wet space to play with my shadows. Hello Paris! Hello Brazil! Welcome to the video. Okay, thank you for the question about the back side of my paper. It's not just the back side, it's a lot of water inside paper. I waited like at least 15 minutes before we start, so my paper inside full of water. Hello Montreal! You know, from Montreal you have a chance to go to the ocean in the warm weather. Just following the picture, because it's truly cold today. So I'm stopped here and I back to face to make soft shadows there, and plus pigment's still unstable, that's why you see it's very easy to pick up the pigments, just make the light there, just taking off the colors and water. And for now I'm starting to use a little bit Perylene violet with my mixes. And it's very important, you know, to make the different mixes everywhere. So remember, anyway, our job to make a pleasure for eyes, right? So that means that any variations make it look nice. And I'm really like that paper because you see it's hold water for the long time, and that's why I can play with it as long as I need. Hello Italy! I don't want to finish it everything in one layer, so I back to the shadows, to the darker parts later. So for now I'm just working on the soft gradients, what I really need. And you see, it's just for fun. You see the yellow reflection here. The same I make there on the bottom of the nose. And that means it should be repeated there, like a game. Hello, India. Hello, Miami. That's the place where it's really good weather now, I think, right? Lucky you. South Carolina. Ah, that's another one good place with weather. Okay, let's go forward. Again, for now I'm working on the very soft gradients only, and the more darker we'll make later. But I like the process where I can build a picture slowly. That's really cool. And for all the people who are watching me, if you don't mind, please give us a like, because that helps other people to find that video. This is how it works. Yeah, thank you for the question. It's a right question. Exactly. It's visible on the photo, but I a little bit force it to make it more visible. It's exactly the reflection. I believe it's just because of a lot of sand on the ground, and the yellow sand make that nice reflection. I really like it. And you see, compared to the original photo, I changed the composition a little bit. I moved the body on my paper to the right. That's why the face right now on the center, and I will support it later. And you know, the composition is very important point for any kind of visual art, and on my workshops we will talk about that a lot. So that's important thing. Okay, I got the great question about what should be done first, the background and or subject. Uh, there is no right answer on that. You know, it depends on the picture. Sometimes we see the subject just because of the negative space. Just look on our reference photo here. If the background will be very dark, not that soft light, uh, our silhouette was in that case will be really bright part of the picture with a dark background. In that case, uh, I feel it's better to start from the background. It helps to build the silhouette, and after that, we can do some light part inside. Sometimes, like in that case, the background less important. It's just a small part of the picture. I still want to do that, but it's not huge part again. So that's why I can ignore it like that, and I can include the background just in the end. Hello, Istanbul. Hello, Virginia. I don't know what kind of weather you have now. So I'm starting to use more Perylene violet. I don't want to include the cold colors here, just because you know it's cold enough outside my studio. That's why I stuck on the warm colors today, and I really like it. So this is the Perylene violet mostly. And one trick. So for now, I'm starting to create the background. I'm starting from this side, and that's the first time that I'm start to use the phthalo pigments. So this is a phthalo blue green shade with some dirt on my palette, sorry, and a little bit indigo to make it softly. First, I'll check how the colors look like, if I'm happy with that. Yeah, it's look pretty nice, so we can use it. And here I'm gonna blend them together. There is no contrast in this shade. The soft lids look better. All right. Uh, I got the question. You know, it's not the real course. It's more like a demo. That's why I'm not publish the reference photo. Each morning I decide, and I'm started doing broadcasting. I decide what I want to paint. So it's not like a special courses. I explain a lot of things. I can answer the question, but it's not the workshop. It's still demo. So that means no reference in advance. If you want, you can take a screenshot. That's why I show the reference in the beginning in the big screen. And again, if you want to go to the real workshop, welcome. to subscribe, or you will find information about the two workshops, physical workshops, in the description after the video. But that's more like a demo, and for me it's like a chance to talk, to answer the question, because you know every day I have a lot of mails and people asking something. So here you have a chance to ask the questions directly, and that's what I like. So now I'm starting to use a little bit more brightly colors. This color, you see, normally I'm always mix the colors. This time I use directly Phthalo. Maybe because I feel really cold outside. I want to see something bright and nice. Maybe that's the reason. Okay, Kimberly, thank you. So you have a cold weather as well. All right. That means, yeah, it's a good point to feel the sunlight on the beach here. Okay, I got the question about the freshness of colors. That's easy. You know, and then it's dry. You mean in your palette, right? If it's dry, just by few strokes of the brush, you can take off the pigments on top, and that will be bright colors. And for all the people who are now on the Facebook, you can go to the YouTube channel on the live stream video. Join me. And you see, I like the Baohong paper because of that beautiful texture, that strokes. It's just fantastic. Yes. Okay, I got the question about why I blend everything together. That's the reason. You know, I don't want to copy the photo. I want to create the picture, and for me, this is the part of this. They are in relationship. I just feel it, and I want to show that. Later, you know, it's very easy to fix. Later, if I don't like it, I can make some shadows here and divide it. Somewhere I will, somewhere not. So we'll see. So what I want to do now, I will dry it, not completely, just a little bit, and starting to create the more darker shadows there. So sorry for the noise. Okay, and we're going to make the darker shadows and the details. Mostly it's the Quinacridone, Sienna, Perylene Violet, and Indigo. The three guys. right, I got the great question about the Perylene violet. You know, the problem is it's a very unique color, nothing to compare. If you don't have it, you can add in your mixes a little bit alizarin crimson or Perylene maroon. It's not the same, but close. So the Perylene violet is just truly amazing and a very specific color. Really nothing to compare. Unfortunately, you know that one of my basic color, and without Perylene violet, green sienna, uh, indigo, I just couldn't paint. So that's why uh, I keep in my studio in stock a lot of that colors and tubes. Without this, just impossible to work. So that's a very important thing for me. A lot of colors I can replace, but not that. You see, talking about the Perylene violet, I add the Perylene violet in my shadows almost everywhere, and that's why the shadows look pretty soft. It's part of the all color mixing. Yeah, I got the question about how I use the paper towel. Yes, for sure. So you couldn't see it on the screen because I couldn't make it that touching on front of my painting, so it's outside. But I want to show you something interesting. Look, this is from today, from this demo. So I have to clean my brush if I want to make washout, and I always need a lot of water to prepare my mix. But then I'm painting. Uh, I'm trying to take off the extra water and clean the brush, so that's the reason. So I switch to the bigger brush to create the big shadows. We're back to the face a little bit later. I'm continuing to use the yellowish reflection. Okay, and you see somewhere I still leave my background, and that's why we have that good reflection and light inside the shadows. I don't want to repaint everything. That's the point. So if I apply my first layer, if I'm happy with the colors, I just leave it, and that's make a good feeling of the transparency. And for all the new people who are watching me now, if you don't mind, please give us a like, because that helps other people to find that video. I appreciate it. Very important shadows to explain the direction of the light is there. And just with a washout, I bring the lights inside the shadow. And just a soft blending. So before I finish all the details on the face, and I want to build this part of the picture and make the details, I want to go to the hair. And that's the trick, by the way. Depends of how dark I create this, I will understand how dark my touching should be there to make it in the relationship. There is no new color, so mostly it's the pure and violet, Queen Sienna, and Indigo for sure to make it darker. And water, so I make the dark strokes, but again I want to create this whole the picture and don't want to create a strongly visible shape. It's a little bit game in mist. And for the new people who just joined me, remember you can ask just in the chat any question, I'm here, I can hear you, and we can talk about everything what you're interested in. Okay, I got your question about the hair. You know, there is no difficulty to do that. It depends of what kind of hair, for sure. But inside your question have to be right idea. Remember, we never make the copy of the photo of copy or copy of reality. We translate it to the watercolor language, and that's the difference. So it's not a problem at all. It just have to be look like a watercolor. That's important. You don't have to be look like real picture or photo or something. No, it's still watercolor. That's why I see I use the dry brush strokes. I like how it's look like. The great question about thank you for the question, seriously. Where to put the darker accents? You know, it's a very complicated question and not easy answer. It's a question about the composition. uh, we have to think about a lot of things. Where is our focus point? uh, where is the accents which create the nice composition on our paper? How to support big shapes by the small shapes? You know, on my workshops we always talking about that because it's the composition is a huge main part of the visual art, but it's like a big story, but it's very important story. So thank you for the question. Yeah, thank you for the question about the paper. Yes, this is the Baohong Master Choice 300 grams. That paper, rough, that's what I'm using. And this the size is the 15 by 15 inches. So now I'm starting to support the dark strokes by this line, that side. We have 170 people watching the video. Thank you very much for that. I appreciated your time. Okay, I got the question. Why Baohong Master Choice? You mean? Right, I can tell you this story. Before, mostly I'm painting on the Sanders waterford. For me, important is two things. First of all, on my paper, have to hold water for the long time. That's important because that's give me a time to blend everything together. I like to make a connection. So that's the first thing. And second is a texture. What's the texture of the paper? I use the rough paper mostly like this, and this texture is just brilliant. I really like it. And the Baohong Masters Choice hold water much longer compared to the other brand. So that was the main things. Then I tried that first time, and plus, you know, the paper made on the completely different technology, not like other paper. Seriously, it's first of all, it's one-side paper, you know, compared to other brands. So that's huge difference. And this paper, because of that technology, have a lot of glue on top, and that's why colors not going deep inside the paper. And finally, then it's dry. It's so bright. That's, you know, for the last month, I got a lot of messages, questions. Do I change my palette? Why my colors so bright? So the answer is no. It's the same colors, but the different paper. So that's the answer. The bright paper changed that. Okay, I got the question. You know, if we're talking about the professional paper like this, Baohong, Sanders, Waterford, all that guys, yes, I can. You know, it's just the fibers, and I can take off part of the fibers, even if it's completely dry. I can erase any picture. I believe everybody know what is the magic sponge like that. So then it's completely dry. I can use this and erase my picture if I need it. Everything is possible. So now I know how dark I want to make my accents, because now I know how they work together with my background. Okay, I'm not use a block. I use the sheets. It was a half of the imperial size sheet. I cut it in the square, 15 by 15. So and it's wet on the back. Was before I wet the back side, tape it. That's why it holds all the colors that long time. So yeah, preparing that. About the blocks, you know, for now there is no square blocks. But the good news, it will be. The Baohong factory make the starting to make a square blocks special for me in the square format, exactly that size what I prefer, and that's the great news. Because of that, I don't have to cut my paper like my students as well. Cut my paper all the time to make it square, and I really like the square format. So that's the great news. I'm really happy about that. So we're almost done. few more strokes for the background. You see, because of glue, the Baohong paper holds all the pigments on top. They are not going inside, and that's why it's so nice, so bright. But plus, then it's dry. All the colors look a little bit softly, but it's not a huge difference compared what happens then it's dry, like for instance with the arches or sanders. So that's really amazing. Thank you very much for your kind words. So the last thing what I want to do here, we can leave it just like that. The last thing. Well, we're done. I just want to remind you the small game with a yellow reflection which make that okay, sorry, it was a problem with the sound. I just want to tell you the idea of the yellow colors which make nice sunlight reflection and make the picture that sunny, brighty day feeling. And it's important for me, especially because outside in Montreal, 10 degrees negative, pretty cold and snow. So we're done. Thank you very much for your time, for your questions, for your conversation. I appreciate it. Again, if you want to join the physical workshops where we can talk and I can share a lot of more information, you can find all the information about that workshops, which is coming first in the description after the video. Thank you, stay healthy, and on the next Monday you will see new video. Thank you and bye bye.